I'm going to show you today how to make all of your art activities that have come through the letterbox in your lovely little art box. You should have 3 parcels. First one says jellyfish, the second one says socktopus, and the last one says mermaid or merman. I wonder if you can guess what the theme of this box is. Maybe you've guessed it, it's under the sea. So let's open up. I'm going to start us off with your jellyfish. So let's open the package. So inside you have got some tissue papers. You've got a small glue pot and some paint, and you've got a lampshade that looks a little bit like this. Now, if you want to use the inside of your box so that you don't make a mess on your kitchen table, you can. I'm going to put my little pots on the inside. I've got my paintbrush that came inside my parcel. And the first thing that I'm going to do is open up my paint, and I'm going to get painting. So to start your jellyfish, use the inside of the box, that way you won't make a mess on your table. And lay your lantern flat, take your paint and your paintbrush, and you can start to paint your lantern as it's flat. Okay, then I'm just going to flip it over and do the same. Lay your paintbrush down, and now if you open it up you can see there's some white bits, so just take a little bit more paint and just try to fill in the white bits as much as you can. Okay, now I'm going to lay it flat again, and this bit is where I'm going to add on the tentacles to your jellyfish. So if you've got paint on your hands now you need to just get up, go to the sink and just wash them so you don't get blue on your tentacles. And at the same time, I'm just going to go and wash my paintbrush. Right, once your hands are clean and your paintbrush has been rinsed out, then you can use your glue, so a tiny little bit of glue, and you're just going to pop your paintbrush in the end of the glue, and you're just going to put some glue into the ring, the inside part. And if your paint's still wet like mine, it will get a little bit painted, but that's okay. And then you're going to open up some of these tissue paper tentacles and lay them on the inside circle, because they're going to hang down from the middle of your jellyfish. And the glue is just nicely keeping that in place. There we go. So you've covered the whole of the ring. Now once you've done that, I just want you to leave that to dry for just a couple of minutes. So leave it all to one side while you wash your hands, and then in a few minutes time you can turn it upside down to hang it out to dry. So this is one that is already dried, and you can see as you pull it out, then the tissue paper tentacles are attached underneath like that, and then it can be hung up. So the second activity is your socktopus. Let's open up. You've got some stuffing, a sock, and you've got some googly eyes with some lips and an elastic band. So we're ready to get going. So this is your Socktopus. The first thing you're going to do is take your sock at the opening and you're going to put all the stuffing inside your sock and push it right down to the end of the sock because you are making the head of your octopus. Okay, just like that. When all your stuffing is inside and it looks like a head shape, then you're going to use your elastic band and tie your elastic band a few times round. A bit fiddly this part. There we go, so that you can really clearly see that's where the octopus head is, and this bit here is where your tentacles are going to be, but we need to cut them first. Now the only thing that you need to get today that wasn't in your pack is a pair of scissors. So if you can ask your adults to find you a pair of scissors, if you're not very practiced at cutting because you're still quite little and you usually use plastic scissors, then this is something that you can do with your adult so they can really help you with this. So do be really, really careful if you're not used to using scissors. And you're going to cut straight lines all the way up the fabric so that you've opened it right out. Your tentacles for your jellyfish. So you can see there I've got two. There we go. So I've cut all of his tentacles, or her tentacles. And the last thing is that I want to make his or her face. So using the glue that was in your other package from when you did your jellyfish, you're just going to use a little bit of glue for your googly eyes. So just dip them in, or you can use your paintbrush to apply it if that's easier for you. And then pop one googly eye on. Pop another one on. And then we're going to do the same thing for your lips there. Just a little bit of glue so that all of those now are stuck on. And that is your Socktopus. Pretty cool, huh? And your last activity is going to be your mermaid or your merman. Let's open up. You've got some putty, actually called air drying clay, silk clay, lovely and soft. It's really nice and soft when you open it up, and it's going to dry hard overnight. You've got a little parcel here full of gems and jewels, and inside there is also some double-sided tape. There is some yarn that is going to be the hair of your mermaid or your merman. You've got a peg and a pen. So we're ready. You can open up your pot and you can take out your silk clay and have a little play around with it first to get used to how it feels in your fingers. And what you're going to do is you're going to try and shape a tail of a mermaid onto your peg. So just roll it to start with into a bit of a sausage shape, and then you're just going to simply push your peg down into your sausage shape so that it looks a bit like that, and then you can just mould the bottom part to look a little bit like how a mermaid's tail looks or a merman's tail looks, and then spend a little bit of time just smoothing it all out until you're happy with it. There's no rush, you can take as long as you like for this, and if it goes wrong, just take it all off, scrunch it into a ball and start it again. Now I'm happy with that, so the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my jewels and I'm simply going to push them into my silk clay. I've got some tiny weeny little ones that need pushing in. And then I've got some much bigger ones as well. I can do the back too. Right, then once your jewels are in, then you can take off your double-sided tape, peel off the back part, and it needs to be stuck over the head of your peg, where the hair would go. Okay, so it's a bit fiddly, so you want to press it down. If it is too fiddly for you, maybe see if your adult will help you with this bit. So I've just pressed it down, and then you need to take off the bit that actually leaves the stickiness. So it looks a little bit like a judge's hat, the way that it's stuck on. And now what you're going to do is you're going to use the yarn, and you're going to stick your yarn onto your mermaid so that he or she has got some really lovely hair. Just like that. And onto my peg, I'm just going to draw a nice happy face. There we go. So, there she is. Finished. Well done on finishing everything. I would love to see what you guys have been up to. So if you could get your adult at home to take a few snaps and photos and send them in to us on Facebook or on Instagram, a lovely little art room, then I can see what you guys have made today. And I really can't wait to see the photos. And if you've had fun, then head over to our website, www.lovelylittle.artroom, and see if you like the look of our monster box, where you get to make 3 different types of monsters. Also on our website, I write a blog. So if your parent would like to have a look at the blog to get some ideas of things to do at home, then subscribe to our website and I will send you out emails every time I write a blog. I hope to see you budding artists really soon. Bye!